Okay, so today we're doing some videos, but we got to get it straight first. Josh, you're going to be doing some work. I'm going to be doing some work. I'm going to video taking the plants out of Pittsburgh's tank and putting them in over here at the 180. What are you going to be videoing?
Me? I was just going to work. I wasn't planning on videoing.
Well, I put out a video every day for the last 5 days. I'm running out of videos, and
I've got a plethora on here.
Oh, do you?
And as soon as you're done, there'll be.
So yeah, I don't have to worry what I video today. You're going to be fine with it. Okay. So what we're doing is, now I've already started taking this apart. This was the Para-Eva tank with the black arrow. You can see him right there. Also the Royal Clown knife. We're taking these fish out of this tank. And what we're doing is all the plants in the sand in Pittsburgh's tank, we're going to put into this tank and put plants all across the back and put the grow bulbs on here so that we can fan out and have more room because they're overtaking that square tank. So that's the next move on our list to do today. Okay, what do you got there, Josh?
This is the Royal Clown knife.
Okay, let me move up here where you're putting them to. We're going over here. I just moved the black arowana and got soaked.
This is just a temporary move because we've got a domino effect of things that are going to happen.
He was biting the net and then thrashing around, not letting go of it. Okay, now where is the black arrow I just moved? There he is back there. Okay. You got trapped ahead now, there you go. And just yank him out of the water. You hold him there, he's going to splatter. Perfect. And there goes the Para-Eva. Oh, here, let me show you this baby. Look how just beautiful spotted she is. Or he, whatever, I don't know. Can't tell till you see the claspers. Is this a male or female over here, this baby?
That is a male.
It is a male, so there's got to be two little claspers down there. I can't see them, everything's blurry for me. But yeah, beautiful. There's our big guys. Okay. Them going in the 1,000?
Yep.
I figured that because I walked by this ladder. Instead of complaining that it's in the way, I figured you put it there for a reason.
Always. Alright, now we've got 2 of these plates here. So we're going to put these straight in the 1,000. This is where they're eventually going to end up, and these guys cannot eat anything in here. So I'm safe with them going in here right now. Go swimming into the net. Swim out. There you go. And there they go. Got one more. See if I can catch one of these black belts. Much easier. one. Of course, I saved the smallest one for last.
Yeah, the smallest and fastest.
He doesn't want to go. He is quick. Little dude's doing like backflips in the water.
Gotta get tired at some point. Oh. You almost had him.
Almost doesn't count.
Gotta be quicker than that.
Still trying to catch fish.
This last little black belt's ridiculous.
Okay, so you can see we put our first bucket of sand in there, and that's all plant matter and debris because we put our first bunch of plants in there that we have to actually place in there. Okay, I've been putting the sand in here and planting forever, and we've got so many plants left to plant yet. It's crazy. I don't know how all these fit into Pittsburgh's tank, but I need to fill up that corner over there. And then this corner over here more. I'll do all these plants over there. And then the front right here, we're going to do all these crypts and stuff that are floating up here. We've got a bunch through here. See them red leaf ones? Them are all crypts. Come from Lucas Breads from LRB Aquatics. And we're going to put them back in the water. There's a bunch of these over here we got to do yet. Look at the little baby. He's out. The little platinum red tail. He's so cute. Look at him. Okay, we just planted this whole tank. You guys don't remember, this is the one that was just bare bottom. It had the Paraiba in it over here by our pool. Well, now it's our pass-through water, completely planted tank. We just planted everything in here. Moved the fish where we needed them. I think it turned out pretty good. Got a lot of these crypts were breaking out under the sand and bunching out. So a bunch of different little plants growing good. Now, over here, you see where all the plants came from. We're actually selling this tank because we have no place for it, and it's stuffed in between the 1800 and then our quarantine tank, 550. So we need a 2-foot or a 3-foot tank there, not a 4-foot that's in between. We can't get to that corner. We can't get to the back of these fish. So I was thinking, go ahead and move this 110 and the 70 gallon, 75 below it. That's only 18 inches thick against that wall. We can still have fish there, but then we can access this corner and have filtration for this tank. we're going to have its own biofiltration, and then the water overflow back to the pool on that side right there. So we have to move part A to do part B to do plan C to do plan D, and then get back to the beginning. This can go out of here, but now we got to pull this out. To do this, we have to take these two filters off of the quarantine, or move them around here for now. We have to take these 3 filters off of the 1800 gallon to pull this tank out, and then put these back on, because you know these temporary filters, or there's 3 or 4 of them there, are what's filtering this right now, because it's not hooked up to our system anymore. So I had to still leave them on there. I know a lot of people have complained about it. Why don't you get them filters off the front? It looks ugly. But see, people don't understand is the whole picture. They see a tank with filters in the front. Oh, that's ugly, move them. I can't. This is the only filtration. I can't get nothing behind it, so I can't put the hoses up from behind. I can't get to the end to put hoses up from the end and have all the filters there. I can't fit nothing there, so they have to be in front until we get this piping, which is all done now, all the way to the end under here. You can't really see it. It's in the back side right about here. It's all ran to this corner. As soon as we move this tank, we can now run the plumbing against the wall and over to the pool, put our biological filtration there so that the water coming out of here isn't polluting our pool water, because that's going to get recycled. So we're just going to have a big pump pumping into here, overflowing out of these ends, and then returning to the pool. So we're going to have a big biological filter right there, with mechanical on top, of course. But to do that, we have to move this. To move this, we have to move this. And that was only after we got all the plants and the fish out of here and moved it over to the other tank. So we have to then take this tank right to here and then move it that way so that it's sitting back here, so that we can then take this tank here. It's on rollers. It's only 3 foot wide. Slide it all the way back against the wall so it'll stick out to about here, a little bit further than this tank. But at that point, we can then take this tank that this one that is sitting right here, move it this way, move all these nets, move all this stuff here, move all this stuff here, and be able to take it out. That's all going to happen before we can get this one outside. So guys coming tonight, we're going to try and get all this done. But right now, Josh had to go into work, and it's just me doing this. Yeah, it's been a non-stop, one thing after another, until we can get this whole thing done. But the main objective at that point is to get these filters off of the front of our beautiful tanks. So, and then, you know, we'll have access again for that corner filtration. And then all these, when we move these now, these two, we're going to put them under and run the hoses up from behind like the other ones are. So this tank here, it's got enough biological filtration, but because sometimes this tank gets packed, sometimes it gets, you know, thinned out, we need as much mechanical filtration and biological on there as possible. So right now, I think there's 3 FX5s, 4 or 5 on the 550. So and then, you know, of course, when it gets packed, we have to do water changes daily, because, you know, it's our quarantine system. So we have to be able to do medications in there and leave the medications in for however long before you remedicate. I'll do a water change before we remedicate if it's packed. So there's just different things we have to go through, and it's a little different than a normal person's fish room because of all the activity we get here, and fish coming and fish going and things in our way and all that kind of stuff. But let's go back and look. All the plants that came out of here and the sand are now over here. Look at Tesla. All right. Into this. And, you know, one day after we set it up, it was this beautiful. So, I love it. Nice and clean, clear tank. All these crypts just got planted, so they're going to be a little funky for a little bit until all the leaves turn right and they start growing again in the sand that they're in now. But, you know, I love these plants here. There are all kinds of different plants in there. This one here looks a little ugly, but hopefully it'll start growing right and straighten out. More crypts. But, you know, this is a pass-through, so any water passing through here is getting filtered by these plants. So that's more plants on our system. And now we're going to take all of our little fish that, you know, like this guy here. This has got a bunch of, you can't really see them, but there's a bunch of baby little, there goes some babies. Guppies. There's guppies all throughout that tank. We're going to put them all in here. Anything small that could be a little community tank will go into here. And then this tank here, you can see we've got the baby platinum redtail in there somewhere. It's right there. He's on pellets and he's eating good. Oh, so there goes one of the guppies there. So I don't want him to be picking off any of the guppies. So we can use him as a grow out here, but the guppies can go over here with any other small fish, you know, because we get small fish in all the time and we give them out. But right here is a good tank. We needed more plants on our system, so we're going to fill this up with just nothing but plants. We got grow lights on top, and we're just going to have the little guppies in here and little community fish in here. So, and that way we can use this for other baby grow outs also. Now it's kind of dark, and I'll show you why. Look at all the little plants up top here. But, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is turned a tank that was just a bare bottom ugly tank into a beautiful piece of artwork here. I love it, and it makes it look nicer. And again, this is the 180 gallon. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. We try and show you a little bit of everything we do around this place, and you know how we upkeep it and keep it going. So until the next crazy video, stay fishy, my friends.